All right, this is day 2 of my daily vlog series and my road to 8% body fat. By July 1st, 2024. I'm recording this video May 18th, 2024, and my mind is literally screaming to me, why are you telling everyone the day it's going to happen? You haven't even done it. What if you fail? Which is exactly why I'm actually recording this, because when you put your balls on the table, you start taking action and transforming your life. And it's scary and it's cool and it's going to be a crazy ride. And I want all of you to be part of it with me. And I've never done it before. So here's what I look like on the left, January 2nd, 2024. I'll show you what I look like now. On the photo on the right is me at my greatest physique ever in December of 2022. And the whole point of this journey is to smoke this guy out of the water, right? And I'm prepping for a bodybuilding show, my first ever, December 31st. And so this is the road to that. I'm turning 31 in December. People say, hey, you're turning 30. How does it feel? And I was like, well, I feel kind of old. And then I said, well, best way to kind of go against the grain is actually looking and being in the best shape of my life before 31. So now you know why I'm doing it. And, it's a little scary. I'm doing it anyway. Might as well give you guys some value, seeing what happens in the background. And also, things are always fun together. So why not you join me on the journey and we get to see what happens together and whether ultimately I get to July 1st and do it or not. All right, so this is the progress so far. I was 193 pounds, January 2nd, 2024. It says January 1st. 18.3% body fat. I actually did a DEXA scan. I'll show you all the numbers. In March, I was 181.2 pounds. I actually do know my body fat. Hang tight. All right, I just fixed it. 12.9% body fat March 1st. So literally in 2 months, I smoked this body fat, right? 6% down, almost. And I lost 10 pounds. And then life happened, weddings, birthdays, excuses, and 2 more months, a little over 2 months, and I lost 2 pounds, and I went from 12.9 to 12.2, which is part of the reason I'm documenting this, because I'm pretty frustrated at how much I cut corners with myself. So I'm also just doing this to document the journey and keep me accountable. And I'm a body transformation coach. I do this for a living. I get people in the best shape of their lives, so practice what I preach. I can't let these guys lap me. These guys look insane. And so I got to look even better if I'm going to call myself a coach. And who the hell am I if you guys don't actually know me? Well, I'm just a normal dude that grew up loving anime, growing up watching Goku, falling in love with bodybuilding, loving girls. I love food. I love data. I'm an engineer. And so I grew up with a fascination for superhero physiques. I just love this stuff. And I ended up becoming what I loved. But earlier in the day, you might think I always had these genetics. I was actually a really skinny kid, had back knee, really was uncomfortable taking my shirt off. A student, Middle Eastern, Iranian parents, and I was terrible with the girls. You can actually check out older videos on the YouTube channel. Just click videos, sort by. Hold on, I'll just take you through it. Go to YouTube if you want. Go to my channel. Go to videos, oldest, and just watch these. All right, this skinny kid, not gonna lie, and then I went to USC, which, as you don't know, Southern California. Joined a fraternity, partied a lot, built a ton of muscle, and was living my best life. And I got pretty good with the girls. I'm not going to lie. And then life happened. I don't know if anyone's been here before, but life happened. I got older. I got a full-time job as a software engineer, got a master's in computer science. I gained the weight, and I got confused why. So I basically now felt weird. I went too much on the other side. Skinny, now fat. And as an engineer, a little bit about me is I love solving complex problems. I love explaining the solutions even more. I like seeing people's that click that aha moment for people. I love helping explain that to them. So in my own life, when I didn't understand why I'd gained all this weight, I was in a desperate search to diagnose what the hell's wrong with me, right? Skinny kid, builds muscle, but then goes too far overboard. I did every diet fad, fitness trend, everything in the book. I spent years of my life making a ton of mistakes. So you can see I've been through it all. This is a story for another time in the emergency room. And ultimately, I figured out a solution that got me in the best shape of my life without cardio, without endless hours in the gym, and without giving up my favorite foods. And it was fun, man. It was cool because I finally got to feel like I'm Goku. And then I won a viral dating show. You may or may not have seen this already. Here's the link to watch. I got on a game show with Jimmy Fallon and John Hamm. And then I took those same principles that built my body and built my confidence because it really helped. I took back control of my life. And then I built the life I wanted. And then once you get really good at something, all that's left is to give that gift to everyone else. Guys just like me. All these guys own their own businesses, run their own companies, or they're top executives in their own companies. So some of the progress. And so now, hey, we're here. So I'm turning 31 in December. I'm going to be stepping on a bodybuilding stage, and you better believe I got to get comfortable with 8%. So anytime any of us set goals, we got the big goal, and then we got the milestones. 8% is just a milestone on a bigger picture, right? I'm also excited to have you guys ask me any questions, right? You know, concerns, myths. You know, I'm diving in the deep end. So if you're looking for an excuse to like ask a question, come on overboard. I'm a bit of a perfectionist, right? I do a lot of stuff in private that I don't share, and I realize that probably a lot of it can change all your guys' lives. And so this daily journey, because I don't know exactly how it's going to go, and setting a deadline, this forces me to get messy and share when things don't go according to plan. So I'm kind of like putting myself in the spotlight, which is really scary. And ultimately, I know it's going to push me to transform and become my greatest version of myself. So thank you all for the opportunity. It also is just something I've never done before, and I've already said all that. So I don't know if I'll be doing daily videos on YouTube, but I definitely will be posting on Instagram every single day. So check out my Instagram right here. I've said a lot of this stuff already. I've also gotten in insane shape before. This is me at 8% body fat, but I did it a very different way. Very low calories. I was pretty hungry. I was tired. And now I'm doing this a whole new way, right? And I'm bringing in my engineering mindset into the picture. So let's look at the data. So January 2nd, I did a DEXA scan. For those that don't know what a DEXA scan is, it's the most accurate body fat scan on the planet. You basically sit down on this let me show you a photo actually. You guys can take a look at my iCloud album. Where is it? You sit on one of these things. It's literally like hold on. You sit on one of these machines and it literally like scans your body. It's an X-ray, but it breaks down fat and muscle. It gives you this fat report. And if you guys are interested, I can break down all the numbers of what it means because I'm an engineer and nothing gets me harder than numbers. But the most important numbers to see when we're defining a goal, and this is for anyone, but especially in my life, when I set a goal, I have to set a quantifiable goal. That way I can I can measure progress and I can put a timeline on it, a date. And so the most important numbers when it comes to body fat percentage is you got to take the weight on the scale and you got to break it apart, right? Because weight on the scale is water, bone, muscle, organs, too many variables. So when you do a body fat scan, you get some important numbers. You get your fat tissue divided by your total weight. That's your body fat. So at the end of a bulk that I did, this is the last day of my bulk, first day of my cut, January 2nd. I got the scan on January 9th though. I was 18.3% body fat, 34 pounds of fat, almost 35, 190 pounds, right? Now, 2 months in, pretty sick, dialed, right? And I got to, let me go full screen on you guys. Sorry about that. You know, I cut from 16.8. Actually, I did 18.3, and then I did another scan, which we're going to skip. Did another scan, March 8th, basically 2 months later, I deleted 10 pounds of fat. 10 pounds in 2 months. That's 5 pounds a month. That's 1.25 pounds a week. Do you know what 5 pounds of fat looks like? This is what 5 pounds of fat looks like.
The fact that this is 5 pounds of fat
And this is 5 pounds of muscle.
it's so cool.
This is 5 pounds of fat. I basically deleted in 2 months 2 of those, which is sick. And onward with the progress, right? No, because there's something that happens when you're a human that you get ahead of yourself. And you're like, I got this. I can loosen up on the gas. Who's been there? Come on. It's crazy what we do. And so then, you know, conveniently life started to, I allowed life to happen. I'm taking responsibility here. Went to a couple weddings. There's a couple birthdays. I'm moving. And basically, I told myself I'm cutting. I'm tracking my calories, kind of. And there's a chip here, that's fine. There's a wedding here, that's fine. I'm intuitively eating. But I basically stopped doing the thing that gave me the results in the first place, which is staying dialed, having a data-oriented approach, tracking your food. And so I started going from tracking things and having absolute certainty and clarity on being dialed to feeling like I'm making progress. Then I did another DEXA scan, May 13th, which is today. I'm recording this. It's Saturday, the 18th. May 13th was Monday. Did a DEXA scan. I'm waiting to get that scan. And I'm like, I'm probably 11% body fat. You know, I'm pretty dialed. And it tells me I'm 12.2. And when I look at the gap between March and May and how much work I was doing 80% of the work. And I didn't even see one number go down here. When I just went from 18 to 12, I couldn't believe myself. And I also was like, oh my God, you're cutting corners, bro. What the hell? You're better than this. So that turned on a switch, and that's why I'm starting this journey. I'm coming back with a vengeance. So it just wasn't the same 2 months. And so here are the rules. I'm starting at my current fitness level. I'm fully transparent. I'm going to show you all the data. I'm going to take you through all the journey. I'm not going to over-edit stuff. I'm not going to prep. I've done that in the past. We're on the court every single day. I'm posting regular updates, 2 to 3 on YouTube minimum, and every single day on Instagram. If I don't post every single day, feel free to smoke me. Feel free to message me, comment, say, bro, I thought you're dialed. Dialed is my favorite word, by the way. Dialed. My clients and I, we say it all the time. And a little bit about my approach. All right. The difference in my approach is I'm an engineer. Data is king. Too many people live in the research and they use it as an excuse to read books, read studies, concepts, and they get stuck in their mind and they don't take action. But the way I live my life, my motto is your life is the experiment. Your body is the engine. So might as well use it. There's no point in reading what worked for someone else. Might as well do it for yourself. So we're doing analytics on sleep debt. We got my Oura Ring. I used to have a Whoop at the same time. I got an automatic scale, syncs up with my app. We got Excel sheets, running numbers, crunching all of it. You guys are going to learn how I do everything. Because at the end of the day, what type of idiot would tell you, hey, I'm getting to 8% body fat by July 1st, and I'm not going to starve myself, and I should have said that at the beginning. Yeah, okay. Well, I'm not going to starve myself. I'm going to eat 2,500 plus calories. I'm going to have to edit this just to say that at the beginning so you know this isn't a terrible suffering goal. And this is actually in my own fitness app. So this is the fitness app I use with my own clients, and I use it myself. Body fat, the steps I get every day, weight, sleep. This is a screenshot of one of my clients, but you get the point. So if you're interested in that, you'll learn more about the systems I use. Also, getting to 8% body fat is hard as it is. So the difference in my approach is not only as an engineer, but as someone that's a proud, lazy person, is I'm going to make things simpler. I'm going to focus on minimizing the number of decisions I make. I'm going to become more efficient, and I'm going to streamline the daily process, which comes down to understanding the process, being transparent about it. Planning is key, but ultimately you got to plan for success, and you also got to plan for when you can't plan, when those, I don't know what situations are going to come up, right? Life is going to happen, and that's why I'm documenting this journey. Because I think, we can all plan and we can all check boxes off, but I think the real separator between an average person and an elite pro athlete in any field, a master in any field, is how do they respond when they're put in the pocket of an uncomfortable situation or a surprise. I'm going to eat more calories, and I'm going to be working out less than you think, which is really going to put to the test everyone's impression of time, right? Versus efficiency. I'm all about efficiency. I don't care about time. Your body doesn't have a stopwatch on how you lift. Your body doesn't care whether you feel full or not. The approach to fat loss has nothing to do with the sensation of hunger. It's all about nutrient density, timing, nutrient timing. I'm taking you guys are going to be through a data and nutrition crash course. So it's going to be a lot easier and a lot more fun than you guys realize. I'm going to enjoy this process more than a lot of you, even trying to diet from 40% to 35%, which is why I'm excited to show you guys this. Because if I can do it at a pro athletic level and I'm operating on full force, then you guys got to be able to do this thing. And another thing about me, when I see progress, when I understand progress, I become a Super Saiyan. So I'm excited to show you guys that as well. All right, here's my plan as of today, May 18th. There's 7 days of the week. We're working out only 4 days. 4, okay? Monday is push-pull day. Tuesday is shoulder-arm day. Wednesday, we have rest, active rest. We're going swimming for 135 beats per minute for 40 minutes. Thursday, we need that rest because we're going to hit legs, which is a hard one. Then Friday, we hit upper body, and then we got the weekend to rest. A little bit of 40 minutes, 135 beats per minute swimming, and then Sunday, 30 minutes, 150 beats per minute jogging, not running. A little bit about my calories. Training day, I'm having 2,550 calories. Oh, you guys know my weight. My weight is 179 pounds. I'm 6'1". All right, your boy's jacked. You might think I should be bigger, though. Actually, let me just show you. I need to get the lights on this, but you guys can see. Yeah, the lighting is not great. This is terrible lighting. And one thing is, aesthetics is all about lighting. All about lighting. So apologies there. I might try to turn on my ring light, but stupid Wi-Fi is down, and these key lights. Issue with smart devices sometimes is there's no manual button to just say on. Anyway, I digress. Training, I'm having 2,550 calories, right? 200 grams of protein, 325 grams of carbs, 50 grams of fat, 40 grams of fiber, and 1.5 gallons of water. I'm having 1.5 of these bad boys a day. Okay, non-training day, 2,140 calories, 200 grams of protein, 200 grams of carbs, 60 grams of fat, 40 grams of fiber, same amount of water. Reason the carbs are high, guys. When you are cutting weight, do you want to lose weight or do you want to look great? Right? I want to lower my body fat percentage, but I want to build as much muscle as possible. Carbs is the fuel source to training performance at the gym. The quality of your lifts at the gym is way more important than the length of time, and it's way more important than if you lower your carbs, you're not going to lift. If you can't lift, you can't build muscle. If you can't build muscle and you're losing weight, you're losing muscle. Your body's forcing itself to eat it. Anyway, that's a lesson for another time. Supplements, I'm taking 8 grams of creatine every single day. I'm taking electrolytes, BCAAs, potentially some pre-workout to push the intensity at the gym. I'm taking an intra-carb powder to shuttle even more carbs into my body when I'm lifting, and water. That's the ultimate supplement. And I will track progress with my body fat measurements, photos, DEXA scans, and weight. So get excited. Once again, today's day 2. 12.2% was on May 13th. My ultimate deadline is July 1st to reach 8% body fat. And I want to show you guys one more thing because your boy loves data. Because you might be thinking, okay, you're in the dark. If you know, and this is a very valid question. Okay, so you do a DEXA scan, you know your new body fat percentage, but how do you check that you're still coasting between now and the date that you just go to the body fat scan? Do you just like cross your fingers and hope? No, guys, I'm not stupid enough to do that. I need to have some certainty. And you got to find the metrics, the numbers that give you that certainty. So here's how I do it. Okay, so I love Google Sheets because you just break the numbers down. If you guys are good at financing, accounting, you're a business owner, if you're good with numbers, you're going to love fitness because it's all just data, right? And then you are the study. Okay, so if we take my DEXA scan, right? If I take my data and we just very simply say, okay, what's my weight on the scale? Because that is a data point I have access to every single day. We all have a weight scale, right? But we don't necessarily know when we lose a pound and it goes from 179 to 178, is that going to be a pound of fat or a pound of muscle, right? So what do? We take all this data. The total weight is fat tissue plus lean tissue plus your bone content, right? Bones, organs, muscle, and water is lean tissue, and fat. That's what you get, all right? So simple. Track that on a spreadsheet, right? And then easily write an equation where this is your total fat divided by your total mass, okay? Now, if I write a projection that, let's say on average, with the amount of macros and cardio and stuff I do, I'm expecting to lose 0.65% of my body weight. You know, a good rule of thumb is 0.5% of your body weight to 1.5% of your body weight. Depends on how fat you are. I'm very lean, so I can't lose that much weight that fast. At that rate, 0.65% of 21.9 is 20.73. That's next week. And then 0.65 of that is 19. And you just basically go all the way down, assuming I'm losing just fat and I'm maintaining my muscle, right? This is I'm undershooting, right? I'm keeping it safe. I can basically start to make an inference on, and this is crazy, the weight on the scale and my body fat percentage. How? Well, got to make sure my training performance is high. I'm lifting hard, I'm getting stronger, and I'm having enough protein. If all those boxes are checked, then I have the confidence that when I lose a pound or two on the scale, it's all fat. As close to fat as possible. So then I can make these inferences. This morning I woke up, I was 178. So I'm like 11.65, a little over, right? And then I get to coast, and then I get to look at this number, and I get to say, okay, by July 1st, will I get there, or will I be at 8% body fat? Oh, shit, I'll be a little over 8% body fat. You know, to be honest with you guys, I need to hit 7.9. So I need to probably turn this up a bit. Instead of 0.65, I need to go 0.75. Massage the numbers. Okay, now we're at 7.48. All right, now I just got to make sure I hit these projected total mass. Okay? Make sense? Capiche? All right. Well, you guys ready? And yes, there's going to be challenges ahead. I'm going to be hungry. There's going to be low energy. I might experience a plateau. What do? Right? What are the strategies? Well, the great thing about starting a journey is you can't just figure it all out before you take action. This is the journey to take action. How's it going to impact my relationships? I have a girlfriend. My business, my energy, my experience of my life. That's ultimately the question, because everyone starts these goals and then they don't realize. You can't start a goal without a team. You can't start a business without a team. So to do this, here's my team. Coach Baxter. This guy's one of the smartest guys I know. He's going to be the one making sure we're on track. And if you're thinking, hey, Iman's a coach, how does he have a coach? If you are working with a coach, ask that coach, do they have a coach? If they don't work with them. Like, you have to practice what you preach, and you got to have a beginner's mindset always. And you also got to put yourself in the position of your clients. Like, You get it? This guy is awesome. Nutrition, right? Different categories. My mom is one of the most amazing people in the world. I love her, and she loves food. She's one of the best chefs. So over the years, I've started to educate her and share with her what actually builds a healthy physique and a body. And so we start to create meal plans together, right? She gives me the ingredients. We work out. I share strategies. This is us meal prepping last week. Cardio, dad. You know, I love weightlifting. I like bodybuilding. He is obsessed with CrossFit. This dude's 65 and stronger than any dude I know. Absolutely obsessed. I think he likes lifting more than me. So we're going to do some cardiovascular activities, CrossFit together. And then my boy Suleiman in person. This is one of my best buds. Also one of my former clients. This guy going to the gym with me every morning, 6 a.m. He's also my shooter because while I lift, I need someone to film. Sully's also going through a transformation of his own. This isn't just my journey. Sully is changing his life. This is what he looked like before we started working together. 2.5 months later, you can see this guy's absolutely dialed. And he did his own DEXA scan. Lost 14 pounds on the weight, 17 pounds of fat. Actually gained 3 pounds of muscle in the process. You can just see complete development. I mean, his lats, he got that width, that V taper. He's looking like a superhero himself. And, you know, I'm going to bring him on the journey too. And he's like, dude, both of us, we have so much more room to grow. So this is not just celebrating how far we've come. I want to introduce you to him because these characters will keep showing up on the journey. And so come join us. Join the journey. Come set your own ambitious goals. Set a deadline to it. See if it works. You know, sometimes setting a deadline is the only thing that allows us to take action. Who are you going to share the journey with? I'm going to be openly sharing my experience. And at any point, if you have any questions, if you be like, that doesn't make sense. Or wait, what are your thoughts on this? Or wait, aren't you going to be hungry? I'd love to hear it. Ask. The whole reason I'm sharing is to plan and interact with you all. So feel free to ask. Excited on the journey. Oh, and last thing, I'm starting a fitness challenge. You better believe it. So I'm going to post a link below. We're doing a May fitness challenge. It's almost wrapping up. We got 2 weeks left, and we're hosting challenges every single month, competitions with each other. It's a completely free group. I get to jump in, do weekly Zoom calls with you guys, coaching calls, answer your key questions, give you guys meal plans, free courses, and I've played it in a way where there's games and there's points. So if you get more points, you get more coaching. So the link is below to join so you can actually take this. Oh my God, these are my old videos. You can get inspired, but not just inspired. You can take action, which is really the whole point of this message, in the face of uncertainty, and have a community of people like-minded, heart-centered, that want to all level up in their health and fitness. It's time, guys. No more talk. We're out to play. I'll see you all. Peace.